the Pennsylvania Sea Grant is affiliated with Penn State University. You guys all heard of Penn State?
Oh.
Yeah. So I technically work for Penn State as well as Pennsylvania Sea Grant. How cool is that? Pretty neat. And like I said, every state that touches the ocean or Great Lakes has a Sea Grant program. So we, as an entire Sea Grant group, have a couple different goals. The first is to create and maintain healthy coastal environments and economies. So we are here to provide information to the public, like you guys, by conducting research and teaching about the environment in a way that promotes the health of the ecosystems that we live in. So what's a healthy ecosystem like? What do you guys think? Go ahead.
It has healthy animals, healthy plants, and it's just clean.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Do you have something to add to that?
Mm-hmm. Like the ocean, how it's always polluted, that we could clean it and it would be nice and fresh with those animals in it.
Exactly. So that's the goal, right? To have healthy, clean ecosystems, which consist of healthy animals that have enough to eat and enough space to live. So many nutrients. There's only so much access to sunlight. And in a healthy ecosystem, all of the animals, like the herbivores and the omnivores and the carnivores, they have enough access to all of these things to be happy and safe and live very long, healthy lives, unless they get eaten, right? Which brings us to talking a little bit about the food chain. So we mentioned herbivores and carnivores and omnivores, but they are all part of something called the food chain. So in the food chain, you have the very bottom, or you have, yes, well, the very bottom starts with our producers. Producers help to create those resources. They are the things like aquatic plants that produce oxygen and make oxygen available in the water. They are things like decaying materials, so maybe a fish that dies in the water. The fish is actually eaten and decomposed by bacteria in the water that turn that fish into food for other animals. So that's where the food chain starts, on the very bottom. Now, consumers are plants, animals, algae, insects, or anything that consume those resources. So we have primary consumers that eat our producers. Then we have secondary consumers that eat the primary consumers. What we're gonna do is split the class up, split all of you guys up into 3 different resources, and we're gonna stay seated. And nope, your teachers are gonna be my species.
Oh,
so
good.
teachers, I need a little bit of help.
Okay.
So this group here, and if you're on the fence, you can be. Wait, let's do this one here. Okay. If you're on the fence, you can choose what resource you want to be. So you guys are going to be food, so you're going to hold your thumbs up. You guys are going to be water, so you're going to hold your thumb down. And you guys are going to be shelter, so give me a peace sign.
Yes.
All right. Peace. Now, teachers, I need you to choose 2 of each resource in order for you to survive. So choose 2 students from each resource. You can do that by calling on them or tapping their shoulders. Once you're called on, I want you to put your hand down. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm a teacher.
2 of yours, I'll do 2 of
Okay.
mine. Why don't you do 2? Can we all pick 2?
Yeah, absolutely.
2 of Miss Lily's room and you do 2 of them.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
All right. Ready? Okay. I don't know what you are.
no, just sit down. Put your hand down after I chose you.
Okay. Come over. Put your hand down if I called you.
And your hands down. Two from each one.
You gotta put your fingers up so I can see what you are.
Unless you were already picked.
Unless you were already picked.
2 of each resource.
2 of each type.
Okay, so if you weren't picked, leave your thumb or finger, wherever they're supposed to be.
All right.
Alright.
Did everybody pick?
Okay.
Okay, so if you got picked by your teacher, you got eaten. By chicken. If you didn't get eaten, put your hand back up in whatever your resource was. All right, and teachers, everybody was able to pick the right amount? Okay, so that's really good. So in this round, your teachers were native fish. They chose just enough resources, and there's still some of you left, right? So now what happens when we introduce one invasive fish? Mrs. Stern, would you like to be an invasive fish? So Mrs. Stern's gonna be a round goby. She's a voracious feeder. She eats everything, right? No, not true.
True story.
So she gets to pick 4 of each resource, and all the other teachers still only get to pick 2. So, and everyone's back in the game. So raise your hands back up. Go ahead.
Put your hand real clear so we can tell what you are. So I get 4.
4 of it.
Why did I sign up for that?
2,
You got
3.
Don't even. I already got it.
Water. Thirsty. 2. Any more water? I'm thirsty. 3, 4.
All right. If you survive, put your hands back up.
I'm a survivor.
Okay, now look around the room. Do we have less resources than we did before? I think that we do.
Hardly anything left.
Yes, but did all of our fish get the chance to pick? Did you survive? Okay. Now, let's play one more time. And this time will you be our second voracious feeder? Yeah, I have at Ocean City, yeah. Go ahead. You can take beach class. Does anyone know why you can take beach class?
Good question.
Well, yeah, it could hurt somebody. If it's sharp, you definitely don't want to pick it up. If you do, you should ask a grown-up to pick it up, and they can put it in the garbage, right? Why else are we allowed to take beach class? Go ahead. Yeah.
I had another question.
Oh, okay. Let's do beach class first. Go ahead.
So animals don't hide it.
Sort of. So close. What do you think?
It's not